So this alignment, January 21, 2025, suggests a dynamic interplay of energies. These can influence our personal and our collective experiences. So the presence of the Sun and Jupiter highlights opportunities for growth and leadership, while the Moon and Neptune emphasize the importance of intuition and emotional insight and expansion. This is great. Mercury's influence encourages communication and adaptability, while Venus and Mars bring themes of love, passion, and possibly determination or war, because of Mars, to the forefront. Saturn's grounding energy provides structure and discipline, while Uranus and Pluto invite transformation and innovation. So these celestial configurations offers a rich tapestry of influence, which can be harnessed for personal development and understanding. And I always like to add that we can look at all of these planets for their positive and their challenges. And if there is something with that Saturn energy, with that Mars energy, we must look within ourselves and not pay so much attention to the external world and the bubble out there of the propaganda of what's happening. Of course, be aware of your surroundings, but also bring these energies within us, and we can expand. We can expand around all of them within ourselves. So what can we expect with the planetary alignment such as this? Well, there's several things. I'm going to discuss two specifically. One is past events which has happened during a planetary alignment, and the second is the projection of a holographic universe, and I'll do a third. The third will be how it affects us as individuals. So this could get to be a long video. Hopefully not. I just want to shoot something out there for you. So the first is the conjunctions of the past. So throughout history, significant planetary alignments have been associated with very notable social and cultural and political events. So number one that I have on my list was the Great Conjunction in 7 BC. That was when Jupiter and Saturn were in conjunct. This alignment was often linked to the Star of Bethlehem, which is said to have guided the Magi to the birthplace of Jesus. It is marked as a significant religious and cultural shift with a rise in Christianity. And I accentuate the rise in Christianity because now we know we are looking at a rise in Christian nationalism. At least that's what's been projected from last year, at least. Okay, the second conjunction was 1345, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars. This was, this occurred shortly before the Black Death. This alignment was seen as an omen of the plague that swept through Europe, leading to massive social and economic upheaval. Again, let me stop. I'm not putting this out here as a death, doom, gloom, sad thing because I'm going to balance it. But I want to explain how planetary movements and alignments are significant and how they impact us here on Earth, because there are positives to come. So the third one is the alignment in 1524. Multiple planets were aligned in Pisces, and this alignment was associated with widespread fear of a great flood. It led to social unrest and the construction of arks and other preparations for a great deluge, which never came. So it was just like a propaganda, perhaps. I don't have the literature from that day. Okay. And a good one, I don't want to say good because never mind. Let's just keep going. The Great Harmonic, or the Harmonic Convergence of 1987, a planetary alignment involving multiple planets. This event was marked by gatherings and meditations around the world, symbolizing a shift towards global consciousness and environmental awareness. So that's a good thing, right? That's balance, right? Okay, then there was the Great Conjunction in 1603, where Jupiter and Saturn were in conjunction. That was occurring during the Renaissance. This alignment coincided with significant advancements in science, art, exploration, and included works from Galileo and other expansions of the European Empire. And so that one, even too, is a great one because we know that there's a lot of advancements in science helping people understand spirituality and consciousness, not to replace it or not to say that our science today could ever explain it, but the advancements in the art and knowledge does help us put pieces together, which seem like which could be a stumbling block for some people, because I know that's why I study the scientific aspect of consciousness, knowing full well that it can never get to it. It can never explain it fully. Okay. And then I think I have two more. Two more. So in 1999, there was a grand cross. This alignment involved a cross formation of the planets and was associated with heightened tensions and fears of global conflict, as well as anticipation of a new millennium. I remember that. Okay. And in 2020, the Great Conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn. This is the last one. So the Great Conjunction of 2020, most of you guys will remember. It occurred during the CV-19 pandemic. This alignment was seen as a symbol of transformation and the beginning of a new era with significant social and political changes worldwide. And we can see the aftermath of that. And the aftermath of that is what we've been told is a new normal, is getting back to something kind of similar, but not exactly. We lost a lot of freedoms, and people have just changed since then. People have noticed a drastic change in the world. Like, things don't seem the same. People don't hang out as much, and people just generally are more distant. Okay, and so now to shift to the holographic projection. Okay, so what I have pending, and this is kind of a spoiler alert, what I have pending is a video on Saturn and the planetary bodies as programmers for the holographic universe. I'm not sure if anyone else out there in the world is studying that, but I'm studying that. And I can see so many similarities and so many points in science which points to this as being likely true. Again, I don't have the scientific data to support it. I don't have a lab. I don't research like that. I research from literature. So, and in the scientific community, which would be like a lit review. Okay, so in the hypothetical, let's keep it hypothetical. In the hypothetical framework where the solar system is viewed as a holographic projector, the planets are acting as discs of a program, which hold information, right? And then there's a star at the top projecting down. That star would be Saturn, the cosmic projector. Okay? And that's the lens I want to look at this through, because this would explain phenomena such as Mandela effects and dimensional shifts that people are experiencing. Okay, so Saturn as a cosmic projector. In astrology and metaphysics, Saturn is often associated with structure, time, and reality. It is seen as a planet that governs boundaries and the material world. As a cosmic projector, then, Saturn could be imagined as a force that projects the framework of our perceived reality, maintaining the structure and order of the holographic universe. Okay? And then we can see this Saturn representation everywhere in the cube. Everywhere. Okay? Think about it. Just think about that. Excuse me. Okay, and so why is this important to us? It's important to us because then we can know, like, this planetary alignment could cause significant cosmic shifts and influences over us. These shifts could be specific to our awareness. It could give us a heightened awareness. It could help us with our ascension process. It could help us be more vigilant or more detailed. It can also, for some people who are not along this path, cause great turmoil and confusion for them. So I think it's a window. It's a window of opportunity, but I do think it's also going to dial in a shift or a change. Something major is going to change about the reality. So if you look at, say a cube, say a 9-dimensional or a 9-piece cube based on the numbers 1 through 9, which people term as the Ennead or the Enneagram, or even the Rodin coil or the Rodin Taurus vortex. If you look at that as that's how the program is set up based on these numbers, and based on the geometry it projects, based on the sacred geometry everybody knows about, changing something within that could alter everything. It could make the planet look completely different. It could affect everything within us, down to our cellular structure and our DNA. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. What I'm saying is, I suspect that this is how Mandela effects have occurred over time. And I suspect that this is why many people will feel the same way when the moon is in the sky, because it's sending energy, and that energy is directly attached to us, because as above, so below. We are the below version of this holographic universe. And if the hologram rules, if the golden, and this video is coming, the golden rules of the hologram are changed, then the patterning below will change. And so I just say, be vigilant in the next couple of days. Set some grand intentions for yourself in the next couple of days. Sit quietly and very still with your own energies, your own inner space. I'm fasting, but I wasn't fasting for this reason. I'm fasting for another reason, but it seems to have been, for some reason, in my awareness to start a fast. So clear liquids, you don't have to do that. But I'm saying this is a really interesting time for this to happen, especially with January 20th being the inauguration day. And then we have a comet coming this year. It's just something for us to pay specific attention to, capture as many details, write down, make yourself a totem. I'm going to have a totem that says specific things on how I feel about things, to see if anything changes. Because if this is all a digital realm, then even a slight shift can erase masses of data, so much data. The only way that I know to avoid a data swipe is to be at 0 point, is to remain clear of any of the programming. 0 point is where you are still, quiet, and contemplative, making no assumptions about anything, making no judgments about anything. You're in the balance.